So question for you. Are you a good leader? Are you a great leader? And before I stepped into network marketing, I was of the opinion that I was an excellent leader. I had led a number of teams and had moved them from producing at a certain place to really actually having them become high producing, high functioning teams, and actually transformed a lot of the environments that I worked in. So I was the opinion that I was a great leader. And then I got into network marketing, and the leadership skills that I used when I worked at an organization weren't as effective over in this area, because I was suddenly leading this volunteer army. And so the question was, what's the difference? Well, there's two key differences. One is, when I got into network marketing, I didn't have a title called manager, called boss, called anything like that. I was Suzanne Hart, a brand new person who had come into this profession and had little to no experience and had not created any success yet. And the other thing I realized was I didn't have this thing called a paycheck. And a paycheck is some serious leverage, because what it does is it has people do things not because they want to, but because they have to, because they do it in order to receive this thing called a paycheck. So here I am in network marketing. I have no paycheck to give anybody, and I have no title. All I have is a big dream, lots of belief, and a lofty vision. And so leadership then became a different thing, because I didn't have any positional power. I didn't have any power that came with title. I didn't have any of that. I had the power of Suzanne. And so the power that lives within me, the power of my vision, the power of what I was creating. So I began to realize that leadership is the act of doing. It is the act of being. And that also that the first person and the only person Suzanne can actually lead is herself, because it's the only person I have control over. However, what I soon learned was that if I created mastery with self and I led myself well, I also created this thing called influence. And this is why. I truly believe that those of us that are willing to take full responsibility, 100% responsibility for ourselves and the life we create, we lead by example. And when you lead by example, you actually inspire people and you create influence over them, and then they choose to follow you, not because they have to, but because they are inspired by who you're being, they're inspired by what you're doing, they're inspired by what you're up to in the world, and they say, yes, I'm going to follow that person. Now, they're not following you from a place of being of this. They're following you from a place of, I am capable of achieving what this person's achieved, doing what this person's done. I'm inspired by the example they set, and I want to walk alongside them. And in that, you don't just create followers, you cause leadership. So one of the things I've come to realize is that in the entrepreneurial world, the first person I must lead is myself. I truly believe the only person I must lead is myself. But if I lead myself masterfully, and I create strength and skills in different areas of my life, I become what I call more powerful. And I'm not talking about power that has me have power over someone. I'm talking about that internal power. That power that has me believe in what's possible. That power that has me take action. That power that has me step beyond my comfort zone. But it's that power that as it grows creates inspiration. As I lead, I've realized that the first person I must inspire every day is Suzanne Hart. And when I'm able to inspire myself, what I realize is that I'm actually living into the next best version of myself. I'm leading me powerfully. And that is where leadership is caused, and that is where leadership is created. I'd love to hear your opinion on your thoughts on leadership and what you've learned on your leadership journey. Take care.